UEFA Champions League draw is out, and everyone is talking a lot for their teams. Arsenal taking on Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Manchester City, Real Madrid, PSG, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid. Let's start with Arsenal. Arsenal, Bayern. Everyone hearing Bayern be like, "Whoa, are we going to see another five, another four?" But I think this is a different. Arsenal now is a very different team. It's a different team. Although it can remind people of what had been happening in the yesteryears when the two sides have been meeting. You look at in 2010, Bayern beating Arsenal 10 to 2 on aggregate. Then 2016, 2017 group stage, Bayern 5-1, and we had seen goals in when Arsenal taken on Bayern, but that was then. That was when Ateta was still in this team as a player, but now he's a manager, and Bayern now with different players and manager as well. Arsenal with different players, and young players, but very ambitious team under the management of Arteta. So I think it's going to be kind of different. Now Arsenal is challenging for the title. Then you look at Arsenal under Arsene Wenger. It was kind of top four, finishing in the top four and challenging for the title. Yeah, a big team, but then the name Arsenal wasn't there fighting for the title. And now it's a different story altogether. So I think Arsenal facing Bayern Munich is going to be very interesting. Right now, Bayern is struggling. I think every Arsenal fan prayer would be, what if we face Bayern now? Pray we face Bayern now, because I think Arsenal face Bayern now, it would be really, I think, play on Arsenal side, looking at the way they're performing and looking at how Bayern is performing right now. So you would fancy Arsenal to get something out of it. But now in April, you'd be like, really? What if when that time comes, Bayern is now back on form and they're firing players on form and they're doing really well. So that would be really hard. It would be really hard for Arsenal to face when facing Bayern. Um, and also, I think the first leg will be at Emirates. Okay, at the Emirates, that will be on the 9th at the Emirates, and Bayern fans will not be there in the Emirates Stadium. So I think the all of that, the all of the stadium will be only Arsenal fans, and that should give Arsenal advantage to do something before they go to Allianz Arena. And that's what I think, because if they can get everything done at the Emirates, then go to Allianz Arena and play as an away team. Don't concede goals. Don't open up so much, and make sure you get things done. Okay, get the job done. But getting the job done should be at the Emirates. First of all, use the advantage of Bayern fans not being there supporting their team, and Arsenal fans should run riot in the stadium, making the stadium unbearable for the Bayern players. I think that's one way Arsenal can get something out of this. That's what I'm thinking, because going to Allianz Arena is not going to be easy. Playing there won't be easy. So I think Arsenal, Bayern. I don't want to dwell so much on what had been happening in the yesteryears between the two sides, and to inform us that Bayern will get something. Oh, praise surely like a sure deal for Bayern to knock out Arsenal. This is a different team altogether, different set of players with a manager with a different kind of mindset, way he wants his team to play and how to get results. So I think it's going to be really hard for the boss team. Yeah, it's going to be really hard for both sides, and that is what I think between Arsenal Bayern. And if you ask me, so then who do you think is going to go through? Well, I think if Arsenal utilizes the opportunity of playing at the Emirates when Bayern will come into London without their fans, and Arsenal capitalizes on that, then I think you go to Allianz Arena and don't lose. Winning at home and don't go and lose. So I don't win at the Emirates, don't go and lose at Allianz Arena. I think Arsenal, that's the way Arsenal can get the job done. That's what I think between Bayern Munich and Arsenal. Don't ask me who's going to go through. So because it's going to be really hard to pick up who is going to go through from it. I only think it will depend because right now Arsenal is doing well. Hmm? He's doing well on form and everything. It seems like whatever Ateta's hand is touching the right buttons. Everything is moving rightly. But now, when it comes to April 9th, I don't know, injuries probably could have cropped in and form deepening a little bit. I don't know. It could happen for either for Arsenal or Bayern, or Arsenal would meet Bayern that time when Bayern is really back on full form and players firing from all cylinders, and Arsenal kind of the form deepening. So I think that is that. We'll wait and see. First leg on the 9th, Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium hosting Bayern Munich. Then next game will be Real Madrid hosting Manchester City. Wow. Last season, semi-final, Man City knocked out Real Madrid from the semi-final UEFA Champions League. That was it. In the UEFA Champions League, they knocked out Real Madrid 5-1 on aggregate. Before that, before last season, Madrid had knocked out Real Madrid. Real Madrid had knocked out Manchester City 6-5 on aggregate. And now, wow, I think Real Madrid is kind of now a different team. You're not now expecting Modric to be, in every game, probably playing 90 minutes. He had a great role in previous season, last season, and when they beat City the previous season. So I think now you have Bellingham, that midfield, Toni Kroos, sometimes on finish 90 minutes. So it's kind of a different team, very ambitious team of Madrid, young and ambitious. It's very hard to take them down. Vinicius Junior, Bellingham, Rodrigo, name them. Valverde, Camavinga, and Togmeni. You see, it is a very talented young team. That is Madrid side. And when you go to Manchester City, De Bruyne came back from injuries, performing well, but is not now the man always playing for City because thanks to Foden's, unfortunately, I don't know. I should say thanks to Foden's form or doing well, but I'm now kind of seeing this City team. Then when they beat Bayern, when they did beat Real Madrid in the semi-final, you had certain Ilkay Gundogan there, Riyad Mahrez. Then now you're having Kovacic in that midfield. Gundogan is off. Riyad Mahrez is off. Then you have Doku, and then now Jack Grealish is not a regular in that team. So things have changed a lot. And if you look at that Madrid in that game, both legs that season, I don't think Haaland scored in any of those ties. I don't think Haaland scored. So I'm looking at this different City team with Doku, no Mahrez, no Gundogan. So and at the same time, different Madrid side. Probably not going to see Modric maybe starting or will start but not finish the game. And there's a certain Bellingham is a hot cake right now, doing very well. So with that, I think it's going to be a big test for both sides, Madrid and City, because Madrid will be like, you did this again as last season, and we are here to prove a point that we are better. And City will be like, no, last season wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a coincidence for us to beat you, and we can still do it. So I think, you see, sometimes names Madrid, its name alone, and the players they have, young players they have, it's going to be really, really, really tough for City to knock out Real Madrid, because Madrid, even if they are not on form, the name Madrid and the crop of players, star, young, star-studded players, young players in that team, will give you something different. Something can surprise everyone at any moment. So with that, I think I'm seeing Madrid. I'm seeing Madrid here because you see, City this season. Yes, they're there. They're third in the league, 1 point behind top table toppers Arsenal. But if you track City right from the first, at the start of the season, and here now, they've not been that kind of playing well. Yes, they're getting results, but they're not playing well. So with that, I think probably when they face Madrid with the way they are now, I think it's going to be Madrid here to go through to the semi-final. And seeing Madrid going through to the semi-final, whoever get through from there between Madrid City, then will face either Arsenal or Bayern. But if Arsenal were to face Bayern now, I bet Arsenal would win it. We don't know what is going to happen between now till 9th. Yes, between now till 9th of April, when Arsenal will be taking on Bayern at Emirates first leg. A lot will happen in there. Players getting injured, players losing form, and a lot of things will happen between them. Probably Bayern will have their team now firing from all cylinders, firing goals, scoring, winning, and might be really hard. Could make things hard for Arsenal. But for now, I think it's going to be another big test for Arsenal. It was Porto in last 16, but now Bayern is going to be a very, very big test for Arsenal. Now, another game, PSG Barcelona. Wow. Well, Barcelona is, yes, Barcelona, the name Barcelona is there still in the world, you know, and they need no introduction in the Champions League. Now they're facing, I have to say, both teams right now, they're struggling. They're not doing well. Yes, PSG in the league look like, yeah, they're there, but you see, they are not consistent. They're losing here and there. Today they pick a win, tomorrow they draw, to the next day they're beaten. And Barcelona, same story as Barcelona. So we're looking at the two sides not doing really well in their domestic league, and now they're going to face each other. Like I said in the Man City Real Madrid game, now we're looking at this team now not performing well, but since a lot will happen, it's going to happen between now and the 9th, between now and the first leg um, of between of for that game, PSG and Barcelona. We don't know, but a lot of things will happen in there, in between there, and when they meet, we could see a different Barcelona or a different PSG, and yes, and this is an important. It is a very important moment for Mbappe to do something for PSG. Is he going to help PSG win the title? With the way PSG is performing now in the league, I think it's going to be really hard for them. To me, PSG is not even the favorite to take the championship, the title. I mean, the UEFA Champions League title, trophy this season. And Barcelona is on the unit. So two teams, two sides, a struggling side in their different leagues. So I think we will wait and see. Here, anyone can go through. PSG can go through. Barcelona can go through. So it's really hard. Then the next tie is Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund. Atletico Madrid, a very stubborn side, very tricky. This is a very tricky tie. Dortmund, they're in the league. They're really there, and they look at the way they beat PSV to go through to the quarterfinal, and now this is a Atletico side who are to see of Inter Milan. And look at the man behind the Atletico side, Diego Simeone, a very, very experienced coach, and it's going to be a tough test for Terry. Borussia Dortmund manager, playing against Atletico, very tricky side. And it's like they know how to do this, how to play in Europe. And in this kind of stage, it is where they love shocking everyone. So with that, I don't know, but I'm banking on Atletico Madrid to get something here from Borussia Dortmund. With that, I'm seeing Atletico through to the semi-final. That is me. What I think, because this is a very tricky team. Atletico is a very tricky team, and you see a tricky manager in the names of Diego Simeone. So it's going to be a very tricky tie for Borussia Dortmund. With that, I'm going for Atletico Madrid going through to the semi-final. Then PSG Barcelona, I don't know, whoever comes through from that will face Atletico Madrid. And again, it's going to be really cracker. That semi-final will be a cracker. Why am I seeing Atletico through to the final? I don't know. I really don't know why I'm seeing Atletico there, because if they can beat Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinal, and whoever they plays between PSG and Barcelona, I think whoever comes out of that between PSG and Barcelona will have another tough test when they be meeting on Atletico Madrid. That is in case Atletico go through if they can beat Borussia Dortmund. So with that, I'm seeing Atletico to the final. You have a Champions League. You can also have you say in there. Have you say, what do you think? Atletico, Borussia Dortmund, PSG, Barcelona. What do you think is going to go through to the same final? And is it Atletico going through, or Borussia Dortmund, or is it Barcelona or PSG? And with that, I think that block, PSG, Barcelona, because where wins from there is going to face either Borussia Dortmund or Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. So with that, I'm seeing Atletico going through. Then whoever comes from that will face Atletico, and I'm still seeing Atletico going through to the final. Then the other block, Bayern, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Man City. Now, right now, Man City is not all that doing well. Yes, they are getting results, but they are not performing to that level where they were last season. They are not to that level. So that's why sometimes can give, like, maybe you give some good percentage to Real Madrid, considering the crop of young players that Madrid have, quality young players, already stars, and they're doing well, can surprise anyone at any time. So that's why I'm kind of giving Real Madrid a bit of a chance here for them to knock out City. And with that, I think I'm banking on Madrid knocking City off. And then you see Arsenal, Bayern. If Arsenal were to face Bayern now, I would think Arsenal would do something. But with this period, like I said, a lot will have happened before 9th. So with that, if Arsenal keep their performance and players fit, and when they're still on form, that's when I think they can get something out of Bayern. That is again if Bayern don't, if they fail to keep, because in the past few games, 3 games, we are seeing Bayern scoring goals and winning. If they keep that till 9th April, then Arsenal is in trouble. We're going to see these teams scoring goals in their domestic league, and then they're meeting. So it's going to be really, really, really difficult for both sides. But if Arsenal can take the advantage playing first leg at the Emirates without Bayern fans in the stadium, and they take advantage of that, and they get the job done in the Emirates first leg, then I'm seeing Arsenal through to the final, to the semi-final. And if they get off through to this, when they go through to the semi-final, then Madrid, is it going to be Madrid or Manchester City? Difficult to pick a winner between Madrid, who's going to go through between Madrid and Manchester City. So with that, if Arsenal go through, it's going to cause problem to these two sides, either of the two, Man City or Real Madrid. It's going to be a very difficult semi-final. But if Bayern go through and they're facing either Real or Man City, then I'm seeing whoever face Bayern, even if be it Madrid or Man City, will go through to the final. That is, if Bayern beat Arsenal and progress to the semi-final, whoever they meet between Madrid and Manchester City will beat Bayern to go to the final. But if Arsenal beat Bayern, whoever Arsenal meets between Man City and Madrid, it's going to be really hard to pick a tie in there, to pick who is going to go through to the final. So I'm seeing that block very difficult. Bayern, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Manchester City. Is really, really difficult to pick who is going through to the final. For me, in the other side, Barcelona, PSG, Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid. I'm seeing Atletico Madrid through to the semi-final. Whoever Atletico meets, beat Barcelona or PSG, still Atletico through to the final. And I don't know who they're going to meet. Is it Arsenal? I don't know. I don't know. But if Arsenal beat Bayern, it's really going to be very hard to stop Arsenal. In case Arsenal beat Bayern, it's going to be really hard for these teams to stop Arsenal from winning. Look how the way that they're performing, how they're progressing to step by step. Last 16 going through to the quarterfinal in a hard way, and now here they are. And if they can test how sweet it is to beat a team like Bayern, quarterfinal and through to the semi-final, beat City or Real Madrid, they're going to face it rough. They're going to find it really hard for them to knock out Arsenal. Yes, what do you have to say about the Champions League draw and the way semi-final, quarterfinal, semi-final, and final will be? Road to London. Remember, the final, the first leg will be on the 9th and 10th April. Then second leg, 16th and 17th of April. Second leg of quarterfinal. Then the semi-final will be on the 30th. First leg, 30th April and 1st May. And second leg of semi-final will be on the 7th and 8th of May, and the final will be at Wembley, London, on the 1st of June 2024. Have you say in the comment section down below, what do you think about the quarterfinal draws? And let's discuss. Have a discussion in the comment section down below. From these quarterfinal draws, who do you think will go to the semi-final, and who do you think from the semi-final probably progress to the final and eventually win it? Have you say in the comment section down below. Thanks so much. My name is James Ronald. Please, only way you can support me is to subscribe. Please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any update that will be coming your way through this channel. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.